Democracy Now! Is an award-winning news program airing on over 1,000 television and radio stations worldwide. And recently, Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now!, traveled to Flagstaff to speak at NAU's campus. Well, that's not all she did while in our mountain town. She also visited us here at NAZ Today and aired her newscast from our very own studio. I had the amazing opportunity to sit down with Miss Goodman at the time to discuss ethics, power, and the role of the media in society. Award-winning journalist, author of 5 New York Times bestsellers, and host of Democracy Now!, Amy Goodman has truly done it all, and she joins me in the studio right now, all the way from New York. Amy, it is an honor to have you here with me today.
It's great to be with you, Emani.
So let's get right into it. Often in our field of work, we face difficult, conflicting dilemmas and situations. So how does Amy Goodman uphold her ethics, and what are some challenges with that?
Well, I mean, our job as journalists is to go to where the silence is, to bring out the voices of people you don't usually hear. I see the media as a huge kitchen table that stretches across the globe, that we all sit around and debate and discuss the critical issues of the day: war and peace, life and death, and anything less than that is a disservice to a democratic society.
Do you consider yourself objective?
I think what we are as journalists is what we can best hope to be is accurate and fair. So when someone comes into the studio and expresses their opinion, they feel that they got a chance to express that opinion. That is what we can do as journalists, and provide a forum for people to debate and discuss the critical issues.
And what exactly is journalism in a democratic society?
Well, there's a reason why our profession, journalism, is the only one explicitly protected by the U.S. Constitution, because we're supposed to be the check and balance on power. And so we have a very important role to play. We are supposed to be questioning those in power, government officials, corporate leaders, and also provide a forum for people at the grassroots to be able to dialogue with those in power. What we need the media to give us is the dictionary definition of static: criticism, opposition, unwanted interference. We need a media that covers power, not covers for power. We need a media that is the fourth estate, not for the state. And we need a media that covers the movements that create static and make history.
Very interesting. And now, if you were to direct young people to credible information, I guess where would you steer them? Because so often young people or friends of mine think, if it's on the internet, it's true. So kind of what's your rule of thumb for leading people to the facts?
Well, the internet is an extremely invaluable resource, and we have to protect what's called network neutrality. We have to keep it open and free for everyone, not let the phone companies and the video companies write the legislation that would privatize the internet, because it's our means of communicating with each other. But the internet can also be a global rumor mill, so you have to be very careful. You have to triple check, quadruple check your sources. Just do basic, good fact-checking and journalism, and get out there in the field and see what's happening for yourself. That's the role of a journalist.
And what would be your advice to a young upcoming journalist such as myself?
To do it. I'm so glad that you're here and that you're studying journalism and political science, because I really do think that it's media that can save the world. I think that the media can be the greatest force for peace on earth, because people come to understand each other when they watch an issue discussed in the media. We have a very important role to play, so I'm so glad that you're studying it and you're actually doing it.
Thank you, and I appreciate your words of wisdom and for joining me in the studio today. And make sure you all check out Democracy Now! At democracynow.org.